Thank you for listening to BizPod with me, Paul.
And me, Rachel.
Our weekly business English podcast where we talk about the news, social media, and hot topics from a business point of view. You'll get a podcast and links to the articles we discuss. This way you can share your thoughts too. Join us as we discuss what's on our minds this week.
Paul, today we're going to talk about one of my favourite topics.
Don't tell me politics.
Absolutely. There's been an election in the UK and we cannot let this opportunity pass by without speaking about it.
Okay. So, as well as in the UK, there's also been an election in France, and the news is also full of the election in America as well,
which isn't going to be until November.
Yeah. I don't know anything about France, but I think the UK sort of election process, we know because we're English, and we learn a lot about the American election process. Mostly because of watching West Wing, but also because it's on the news.
Yeah.
Our election process is very short.
8 weeks it was this time.
6 weeks.
Okay.
It was actually 6 weeks. And obviously Keir Starmer, the Labour Party, won the election. And within less than 24 hours of winning, Rishi Sunak is kicked out of office and out of the building.
They have the removal vans waiting to take him away.
Just in case, yeah. And Keir Starmer's in.
Yeah.
So it happens very, very quickly. Whereas in America, the president wins the election and then it's like 3 months before they take office.
November to January, isn't it?
Yeah. That's strange.
He becomes president-elect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. But I think it just sort of shows that there are different political sort of systems or ways of doing politics.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are your thoughts on the UK general election result?
It wasn't a surprise, but it is an opportunity. I think even if I wouldn't say I'm a particular fan of Labour, but there are people in the cabinet that I like. I like how they speak. I like what they say. And if they do what they say, then this is an opportunity to get things right. Because certainly the Conservatives were they're an absolute disaster.
They'd become a joke, hadn't they?
Absolutely.
The Conservatives.
They were just interested in lining their own pockets.
Yeah. Talking of which, I think you probably saw Keir Starmer's first speech or press conference as Prime Minister, the first one he gave.
Yeah.
And you said you were really impressed with what he said about public service, about politics being public service.
I was impressed on 2 counts. Firstly, because he spoke about that it was, what did he say? The politics of lining your own pocket is over.
Yeah.
Of self-service, it's about public service.
Yeah.
And we will see. But secondly, I was very impressed in the language he used to speak to people, which was the language of everyday people, so you could understand what he was saying. You know, the Conservatives, they were too elitist and too aloof, and the language they spoke in, it was as if they were speaking down to the public, whereas Keir Starmer wasn't. He actually spoke to people in the language that you and I would speak every day.
Okay. Yeah.
What about you? I mean, I played it to you because I was so impressed with it.
Yeah, I think it's always good to start off, a new administration, a new government with optimism. I'm hopeful, I think, that Labour is going to be different. I mean, the Labour sort of campaign was all about change. It's time for a change. The Conservatives have been in power for nearly 20 years and,
14.
14, but they'd kind of run out of excuses for why things were still in a mess. After 14, 15 years, you can only blame yourselves if the country and the economy and everything is in a mess, if you're in power. And Labour's campaign was all about, it's time for change, which is true. I just hope they can sort of live up to the change that they've promised.
And also, obviously, with Rachel Reeves, who is the new Chancellor. She's at number 11. I mean, I am sincerely trying to find out if we are related because Reeves is from my mother's side. Her grandparents were from Kettering, where my grandparents, who were Reeves, also came from Kettering. Her grandmother and her grandfather were the same sort of age as my grandfather, and the same era.
Okay.
So, I'm trying to pin it down to the same street. Are we like second or third cousins?
Wow. Okay. So there could be a family connection there.
Well, we shall see. We shall see. I shall have a dig.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be very interesting to find out if you are distantly related to a member of the government.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Haven't you in your past, you've done some digging on Ancestry, haven't you? Mm-hmm. Did you ever come across other members of the Reeves family, do you recall?
Well, the problem is like my grandfather had about 8 or 9 brothers or sisters, and then they all had kids, and it's
right.
It's a bit, and then his grandparents, he was one of, it goes back and back, and this families are so big.
Potentially thousands of them.
Yeah, I just went sort of the father. I didn't explore all the little sub branches.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think Reeves it's a family name from that region of the country, from Kettering. So it could potentially be there could potentially be thousands of them in Kettering, all related to each other.
Boyce comes from somewhere in Camberley, I think it is. And and if you go there, the cemetery is just full of
Boyces.
Boyce. But it actually comes from the French.
Yeah.
From Dubois.
Yeah, it sounds like a French name.
Yeah, dweller of the wood.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. No,
well, you are the son of Neil.
I'm the son of Neil. I'm an O'Neill. I'm the son of Neil.
But anyway, let's not talk about surnames. Let's talk about members of the cabinet. Because interesting point, Keir Starmer is Sir Keir Starmer. He got knighted for his work when he was
Director of Public Prosecutions.
Yes.
Public Service.
But notably, he has dropped it. It's now Keir. He wants to be the normal man,
Yeah. He doesn't want to have the Sir title. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, he's got other titles now, like Prime Minister, the Right Honourable. Yeah.
Anyway, we've got Angela Rayner. Angela Rayner is a very, very interesting woman. There is a very interesting interview with her on Leading when she talks about her background. Her mum couldn't read and write, and now she's in the cabinet. She's the Deputy Prime Minister.
Yeah.
She's come a long, her family come a long way. So she's a very interesting woman.
And let's all point out that she's from the north of England. She's a northerner.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a northerner.
And red hair. She's a ginger.
Wow, okay. So that's 2 bad things going for her already.
2 good things going for her. Okay.
Oh, it's good to be northern now, is it?
And ginger, yes.
Okay,
absolutely,
that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Rachel Reeves, Chancellor of the Exchequer. She's in charge of the UK's finances.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if you are related. We can maybe, tap her for a few quid.
We'll see. Okay.
David Lammy.
Yeah.
Foreign Secretary.
Yeah, he seems to be a nice guy. Seen him quite a few. Yvette Cooper.
I think Yvette Cooper is quite a straightforward speaking character.
I've never quite warmed to her, but we shall see. But then you don't really want somebody who is particularly friendly in that position, do you? They've got to be a little bit frosty.
They don't have to be frosty.
Okay.
I mean, you've never warmed to her. I mean, I don't think I've warmed to her, but I think as a politician, she is perhaps a serious politician.
Oh God, yeah. I don't doubt that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pat McFadden, Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster.
Yeah, I do not know him. No.
Okay.
Let's have a look at some others. Sabana Mahmood. No, I don't know her.
Justice.
John Healy, Defence. Don't know him.
Wes Streeting at
Wes
Health.
Streeting. Yeah, he's been a lot on Laura Koonsberg on the BBC.
I know the name, but I don't really know who he is.
He's quite animated, quite forceful in how he speaks. But I mean, in his being health secretary, he's got a lot of work to do. So the proof will be in the pudding there.
Okay. Bridget Phillipson in education.
No idea.
Ed
Miliband, your former leader of the Labour Party.
Yeah. Famous for the bacon sandwich.
For the bacon sandwich, absolutely.
Okay.
Energy Secretary, that's interesting. Liz Kendall, don't know her. Jonathan Reynolds, I know the face, don't know the name. Peter Kyle, no. Louise Haig, no. Steve Reed, no.
Lisa Nandy,
another well-spoken, quite visual. She was quite visual when Jeremy Corbyn was about.
Yeah.
Wasn't she?
Hilary Benn.
Yeah.
For Secretary of State for Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite fitting.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Ian Murray.
Nope, don't know him.
Joe Stevens.
Nope, don't know her.
Lucy Powell.
Nope. Baroness Smith of Basildon. What a name.
Yeah.
Oh, Leader of the Lords, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. Alan Campbell.
No.
Darren Jones.
No.
Richard Herman. No.
Okay, so there's a few we don't know and a few we do.
Lots that we don't know, but hopefully over the next few years we're going to get to know more of them.
Yeah.
In a lot of detail.
Yeah, and the good thing about the article we're sharing with you today, it's not actually an article as such. There'll be no PDF document this week because you need to click on the website, because if you click on the pictures of the people, it pops up a little text that gives you more information about who that person is.
Yeah, it's a little biography on each of the people.
Yeah. But I think the nice thing, it seems very well balanced between men and women. It seems well balanced between new people and experienced people. There are a lot of people there who are from comprehensive schools, not public schools.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's one face missing, though, and I can't remember her name. It's the Labour politician that you're quite... Jess Phillip.
Yes.
Is that the one? Yeah, I'm surprised she's not a member of the cabinet or a member of the government, but she is quite independent and outspoken.
But fun.
Yeah, she doesn't like to follow the rules, does she?
No, she's been on Have I Got News For You, and I like her very much. She got voted back into Birmingham. I wonder whether she's got elected as one of the junior ministers. I don't know.
Yeah, she might be a junior minister, but yeah, I think she is. I think she's said herself. She probably wouldn't. She would be too outspoken, perhaps, to actually be an active member of the government. Because if she disagrees with something, she's not going to bite her tongue, is she?
No, but she's nice, isn't she?
Yeah,
she's a good person.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So we
just have to see.
We'll have to see. But I mean, just because it's the cabinet today doesn't mean, they have reshuffles 6 months down the line. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, interesting times in the UK.
Absolutely. So watch this space. Let's see what happens. They've got lots of things to fix.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
All right, bye.
Thanks for listening. We hope you liked our podcast. And please don't forget to subscribe and stay connected with us. Until next time, goodbye.